Saviors, and welcome. My name is Seivar24, and today I'm going to be playing Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Simulator. Now, you're probably wondering as to why this isn't the right intro series. Well, unfortunately, I did just do a recording of it. Or at least, I thought I did. Apparently, when I got done with whatever it was, I went to see as to what the recording was at the end of it all, and there was no recording. I went through the entire beginning of the game without a single second worth of recording. And I was like, oh, come on, what happened to it all? And there's nothing I can do to get anything back because it never recorded in the first place. And I was bummed out at the fact that happened because it's like, no, I worked hard to try and get that. I sort of sworn I set it up for recording, but instead I ended up with a lot of nothing. And I mean, I could start up a new game, but at this point, it's like, what's the point of it? Because I already got my initial reactions. That being said, I really want to get like the whole series and the whole of it into my series because it's like, dang it, I tried so hard. I'm just gonna start a new series just real quick because
it's a new day. It's your time to shine. It's time to take your
just
career
because I want to
into
showcase
your own
exactly
hands.
what I had to do.
You've saved money your whole life. Great. Now it's time to put all your eggs into one basket and take a huge gamble on your future. A gamble that comes with a 100% chance of success in some cases.
In some cases,
what are we talking
right.
about? We're talking about becoming a
Why would you
Fazbear
want to become an
entertainment
franchisee
That's
with
right,
that
restaurant
as your
ownership
mascot
and
face?
management.
Right there.
Something almost anyone can do with a limited degree of success.
With a
Sure,
limited
it's
degree
a lot of
success,
money to invest,
really.
but everyone's doing it.
Yeah,
that
and there's a
means
lot
it's
more than
safe
you're investing
and
than just your
lucrative.
money.
With your initial investment, you'll receive everything you need to get started, including a small room, some tables, and electricity.
Yeah,
but don't
that's
forget
about it.
the money you had left over after buying your franchise package.
Yeah.
Use it to decorate, buy a stage, buy attractions and animatronics, and much, much more.
Much more.
Now, let's take a look at a few things that will help you get started as a Fazbear Entertainment franchisee, such as
those grins,
atmosphere. Making sure your
Freddy
establishment
grins
has
that
an
they
inviting
give off on
atmosphere
these
is essential
cheesy
to bringing in
pictures.
new customers. Entertainment. Having a lot of entertainment value in your restaurant will ensure that customers come back.
Uh-huh.
Bonus revenue. Coin-operated games and attractions can generate additional revenue during the day, which means more money in your pocket, ready for reinvestment. Health and safety. There may be times when you purchase something of questionable quality, and we don't blame you. Cutting corners is just good business.
Just good
But
business.
there are steps you can take to ensure you don't get sued for it. And that brings us to liability. Being a thrifty shopper is smart,
Sold
but be aware
as
that buying
is,
things on
you
sale
might
comes
die.
with a certain amount of risk.
A certain
Aside from the
amount.
daily risk of lawsuits, there's also the risk that something might be hiding inside whatever you just purchased with that steeply discounted price tag.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, that would only be a serious danger if there were something outside that's been trying to get in for months now, which we are not confirming to be the case. This concludes the amount of help we are legally obligated to provide. Remember, you are now the face of the newly rebranded Freddy
And I don't want
Fazbear's
to be that
Pizza.
face because I
Wear
might
that
actually
smile
be
with pride,
inside that
and
face.
let's make some money.
Who would want to be inside
Fazbear
that
Entertainment
face?
is not
Who would
responsible
be
for
part of that
disappearance, death, or
face?
dismemberment.
Is not approved for death or dismemberment, right. Before I got started with this game, actually, there was an intro series, and as I learned from both FNAF's sister location and FNAF World, that you have to do it right out of the gate. You have to showcase the intro sequence, otherwise, you're never going to see it again. And guess what? I was prepared for that. I tried to get ahead of the game and make sure that I recorded before I actually posted it. Before I actually started up the recording. And it was like, okay, let's make sure everything's alright. Start the recording, play the game, and there's the intro sequence. But then it seemed like there wasn't any intro sequence, and then all of a sudden, it was the intro sequence and I didn't realize it. But now I can't get the intro sequence back because, unfortunately, I already did it. And as I've learned from the last 2 games that I played with Scott Cawthon, you have to do that. You have to get the intro sequences in there as well. And I failed to do that because I didn't get the stupid recording, which sucks. But I get to showcase what I've already learned in here. So let's get started. So I start off with
Let's
day
see
one.
how much cash you had left over after purchasing your franchise package.
100.
Great. That should be more than enough.
Right.
Now let's get started. On your left are your product catalogs. You can unlock more expensive catalogs by simply purchasing items for your pizzeria. Use the arrows in the bottom right of the item window to browse the products for each catalog. When you're finished shopping, click the button labeled Blueprint Mode to place your items. You can switch back and forth between Catalog Mode and Blueprint Mode as often as you like before opening your doors to the public. When you're ready to open your restaurant for business for the day, click the button labeled Finished in Blueprint Mode. Give it a try and do some shopping.
Basically, right out of the gate, I only bought 3 things. I bought the Pick-a-Duck, I bought the barrel of balloons, and something else. I'm not quite sure what else I bought. But this time I bought a few things all around just to help me out a little bit here. Like the paper pals, they're definitely going to help me out in this little situation. Give me a little bit of atmosphere to go with, and then of course there's all this stuff. Sponsorship offer, Fizz Time Pop Soda. Never heard of them before. You gotta take their sponsorship, otherwise you lose out on a bit. Let's go ahead and put up a Buckethead Bill there. Put up the balloon. Then we gotta play test it, which I was not aware of was able to do. Get ready! Sound the air horns because we completed a very powerful minigame. And then there's this. I don't have anything else, but I do have basically everything you could really need. Let's clean and polish this so that it gives off a better atmosphere. Why would I add there's no coin slots to this thing. Besides, I'm not really gonna do anything like that. Let's just go ahead and end the day right there and then see what happens.
Your restaurant is now officially open. Awesome! That doesn't mean your job is finished, however. You have a lot of work to do while patrons eat their pizza in the other room.
You gotta order...
From your terminal, you have supplies...
A lot of people have already heard this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and skip that. Basically, what you gotta do is you gotta order plates, order napkins, utensils, pizza kits, and all kinds of other stuff, while at the same time looking at these 2 particular vents that, for some odd reason, look like they were chewed open in order to make sure that you're safe and sound. And I gotta say, that is one creepy clown right there that resembles It. Saw the movie, fantastic. And then of course there's these things up here, which I have yet to get access to. And then there's Golden Freddy here, there's Bonbon, Foxy, not sure who the kid's supposed to be. Then there's this Freddy, which looks demented as all heck. And then we gotta go for advertising, printing the flyers. And then there's these, like, there's just these pictures, but more particularly, this creepy It picture is the one thing that I'm more concerned about. And then, of course, I can hit the X button in order to turn off my fan in the background, and I can even use this in order to compensate for it to a small extent. And over here in the bottom right corner, you'll see that as the main fan is off, the air starts to go up and up and up ever so slightly. So it will help for it, but it won't compensate for it. And then I can use this in order to play music, if I could possibly. Can I hear anything on the? This is one thing I didn't check before. I might hear something. And then there's this. This will happen as well. There's just random advertisements will just pop up out of nowhere. And then I can use here to get the motion scanners going and try to see as to, oh no, is there something in the vents? But there's nothing in the vents right now. So basically you just gotta deal with all this stuff and keep your eye on the vents. I already got jump scared once and then it was like, ah! I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea as to how to prevent it. I just was completely in the dark. In fact, I'm still in the dark as to what to do in order to prevent myself from being jump scared. And you'll see as to what I'm talking about here in a little bit. Oh yeah, one of the problems about doing all this little stuff is that you can only have one thing going at any given time, because, you know, this takes place around, like, the 80s or 90s or whatever timeline this thing falls under this time around, and computers are rather slow and cannot multitask. So I can only have one thing going at any given time. So it's either the motion detector, the audio, the spare vent, or any of these given tasks. But once I'm done, I basically log off.
Great job. It looks like you're getting the hang of this. Now let's just focus on getting you through your first week. There's a big party here Saturday, and you should view that day as your ultimate test.
Yeah, as my
Make it through Saturday, and you will have
one.
proven yourself as the successful entrepreneur that we all know you can be.
Right. Now, at the very beginning, there was also the situation where I ended up, like, face-to-face with Baby completely unexpectedly.
Congratulations on completing your first day. However, your job isn't over just yet. There is another aspect to your end-of-day routine.
And then I gotta deal with
inspecting
him.
and salvaging any animatronics found in the alley outside the back door.
Yes.
Things are found here quite often, and while we aren't sure why, what we do know is that they can be used for parts, which can mean a much-needed revenue boost before starting your next day. Of course, as with everything else in this line of work, those benefits come with risk. The safest thing to do is to throw it back outside, but then you get no money for the salvage. Choose to keep it, and you run the risk of certain negative consequences, namely death, should the item in question not be as docile as it first appeared. If you do decide to try to salvage it, then you must complete the maintenance checklist. During this testing phase, check on the animatronic frequently. If you feel that it is becoming unstable, use the taser provided to you. You can use it 3 times without damaging the hardware. Every use over 3, however, will decrease the item's salvage value. Before you is an animatronic found in the back alley. We are unsure of its origins.
Oh, we are sure of its origins,
It is your job to
all right.
complete the maintenance checklist before claiming it as salvage. Or, if you choose to, you can throw it back into the alley where you found it and forfeit payment. Please make your choice now.
When I chose this, I decided to proceed with salvage, and I can choose to throw it back into the alley, but I'm going to go ahead and proceed with salvage.
You have chosen to proceed with the maintenance checklist. Remember, use your company-issued taser to return the animatronic to a neutral state if you feel that it's becoming unstable or aggressive. You can only use it 3 times before it begins to damage the animatronic and decrease its value. Begin audio prompt in 3, 2, 1.
It didn't already move, did it?
Document results. Begin audio prompt in 3, 2, 1.
Like, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like it already moved.
Document results. Begin audio.
It did move, didn't it? Oh, it did move. It kind of changed its head tilt to like this. Yeah.
Prompt in 3, 2, 1.
Its movements are very slight and subtle. It's really hard to notice them, but...
Document results.
Yeah,
Begin
you moved
audio
again. Look at
prompt
that.
in 3, 2, 1. Document results.
Oh gosh, I feel like... Just tase it real quick.
Begin audio prompt in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, now this one is really long. I have no idea why this one in particular had to be so long. On top of that, it is very different from the other 4 audio cues that it presented to me before. And it's the friggin' Ferris wheel of all things. The Ferris wheel that sounds like it would be like in FNAF 2. You know, where Balloon Boy is holding up this little sign and a few balloons as well. Am I crazy? I mean, it sounds
Document
like the
results.
Anyways. That time
You have completed the maintenance checklist and may proceed with the salvage.
Yay!
Well done. End tape.
Thanks for letting me join the party. I'll try not to disappoint.
Sure, fun time, Freddy. Okay, so I got 35 visitors this time. Good food revenue, good bonus revenue, the $500, and the $565 as my total with no lawsuits. So I didn't lose out on any of my currency. So I also need to buy something extra because I missed out on something last time apparently. Let's get the fan because that adds to my atmosphere and health and safety. Oh, jeez. Oh, but I bought the duck pond last time and it didn't have anywhere near the liability risk, but that's because I bought it at full price. Dang. That's not what I was expecting to happen. Not even close. Okay, so let's go to Stan's budgeting tech now. And look at all that. That's fantastic right there. Enhanced speaker. Those are some big old speakers right there. Like, those look like the ones I would want to go for, which I did get last time, but unfortunately, I screwed that up, apparently. And then there's that, and then there's these, and then there's these, which I can no longer purchase for whatever reason. This thing is freaking fantastic. I want one. Like, in real life, I would want one of these things just because it looks so cool. Okay, and then there's, let's see. I don't have any mid-sized animatronics to begin with, so there's no point in me trying to get any of those. I want an arcade game, but I also need a lot of other stuff. So let's get the party stuff here, and then we can get the big O speaker set. Dumpster Divers Weekly. Yeah, probably. Wouldn't doubt it for a second, actually. Let's get the cleaning kit there. Then we can get like the... Let's see, what else can we possibly get if we got stuff from here? Neon stage lights. Ooh, those could be good. Those would give entertainment and atmosphere. Let's go for that. Let's buy those, and then we can also get the Fruity Maze. Smiles and Servos is now available, but I got no money, which I have to get, like, the next ad to get. And there's a bunch of stuff up here. Some of the stuff can be rather liable. You got marked down. Wait, really? But the last time I was here, you weren't even marked down for anything. I also need to get a lot of other stuff, but hey, look, these are the guys that were presented in the starting section that I showcased, instead of showcasing what should have been showcased. Because I got screwed over hard. My thing didn't record. Okay, anyways. Then there's the safety doors from Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Like, who could forget those? The medical stations, which could be useful for, you know, health and safety reasons. Then there's this. That would be awesome if I could get that, but that's a lot of money. That is way too big a liability in order to really rely upon. And that, I don't understand. Like, how, wait, is that thing higher reliability risk than I thought it was originally? I don't know. Deluxe concert stage, so I can get all of the animatronics at one gigantic successful price. Unfortunately, I don't have much of anything. Then there's the rare funds auction, which I can't get anything from there until I buy some stuff from Smiles and Servos. Which unfortunately I have to go to the next week in order to do. Sponsorship offer, plumbing services. Yes. Nothing goes down that can't come back up. So now I've got you, whee, and you, and we can upgrade the floor plan. Let's put that over here. Then we can play test. Play test. Whee. Get as much fruit as you possibly can. Oh, look at that. That's like a... That's kind of creepy, but for some odd reason, I get the feeling like that's Afton's daughter. That is creepy. Why would you put her face in like that? Oh no, I hit a dead end. Gotta go back. Ah! Oh no, I got caught. I can't get caught. Oh no, this is one long dead end. What was that? What was that? Extend the time, yes, but please stop flashing it in my face like that. I guess I'm invincible for that period of time? I'm super speedy! Oh, I just barely managed to get the time to extend. Oh, I almost got to the next apron! Like, that's pretty interesting, but why? Performance bonus, another $100! Wait, it added dollars to me? Really? Oh, I didn't know I was able to go back to the catalog. That'd been great to know before. Still not enough in order to get anything that isn't, like, hazardous to everybody else's health. And I still need to replace you because you're just boring. And then there's you. Okay, let's clean and polish you. Playtest.
I am a candy cadet. Come get your candy here. I have candy all day, every day. Candy, candy, candy.
Get ready, get ready, get ready, ready, go!
Return to Candy Cadet again, and maybe I will tell you a story.
Like, that's awesome. I actually want one of those in real life. But, I mean, obviously I wouldn't have any real use for it, but at the same time... Oh, I forgot to do the other thing. I didn't even mean to push that button. Okay, but now... Now is where things get interesting. Okay, he's far away. No, go to maintenance. Oh, this is nerve-wracking. No, no! Okay, he's still far away. That's good. Why do you have to take so long and be so noisy? Stop it! The printing stuff is the stuff that takes the longest, and it's also the noisiest, so it's hard to hear anything. No. You stay back! Okay, no motion. Go. I thought I printed the menus already! Dang it! If I get past it, it wouldn't be without knowing somewhat of what was already going on. I think Funtime Freddy only comes from the left. Like, every animatronic has their own specific pattern. And it seems like Funtime, to me, from the last time I played this, it seems like Funtime Freddy only comes from the left. I'm almost done. Just one more. I just gotta replace the bulbs, and I'm good. I'm golden like Freddy. Not Funtime Freddy. Log off. I'm done. Okay, so I managed to get through to closing time this time, but I have absolutely no idea what happens past this point, and I don't want to know past this point. Okay, so that was this part that I couldn't get past before. I'm sorry I couldn't get the initial starting sequence like I was trying to do in the first place, and I thought I had it too. And I keep on going on about that, I know, but also I didn't spoil anything that was about to happen after what I just did, and I'll make sure to keep it out of the recording as well. I have no idea as to what was coming up next. It looked like an animal character, possibly Foxy, but I'm not sure for sure. I'll find out when I come back next time to it, but as for right now, this has been Pizzeria Simulator. Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator, and it seems like it would be like a full legitimate game for Scott Cawthon and what he's done so far, but at the same time, it seems like it's like he put it up for free. I kind of wonder why he put it up for free, because this seems like the legitimate part of like FNAF 6. Like the legitimate FNAF 6, and I have no idea as to why he would put it up for free when the actual spin-off FNAF World actually costed something. But that is going to have to be enough rambling for me. That's going to have to be everything. I'm sorry I couldn't get the initial startup sequence. I keep on going on about that. But that is going to have to be everything for me. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. Leave a comment in the section below. Check out the Discord channel. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Take care, Savior.